Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your November 30th, 2020 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Actually, let's let the bulls sing. Always see what the tarot has to say. Capricorn. How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. Perfect. Now we have here the left-hand side, which is your inner self, the middle, which is your heart, your emotional self, the right-hand side, which is your public self and the public arena. Just going to move these over so you can see them a bit better. And we're going to see how all of this equates to what the moon has to offer you, which we have set up right here. So the left-hand side, we have the World, the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups. Then we have the Sun crowning you, which is beautiful, Capricorn, the Nine of Wands, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd, the Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, very much equating you to the full moon in Gemini, which is on November 30th, which is a very powerful full moon. It is the last lunar eclipse of the year, and we also have the last solar eclipse of the year on the 14th of December. Chariot energy, Cancer energy, time frame June 21st to July 22nd. This is also where the full moon on December 29th falls on. It is the full moon in Cancer, so you're also very strongly linked to that full moon in Cancer right here. You have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you this gift, and the Three of Wands. All right, so there's great movement forward as you come towards the full moon on the 29th of December, and I do apologize for my dogs if you can hear them. Okay, so let's dive into everything. So the full moon in Gemini. The full moon in Gemini is on the 30th of November. And this is, again, the last lunar eclipse. And this amplifies all the energy that this full moon will bring us. So here, the lunar eclipse brings more potent energy, and it also has our intuition reaching a peak. Now, it's also to be mindful during this time that all energy and everybody's energy, everybody's intuitive energy reaches a peak during this time. People will be more intuitive. Some people will be more intuitive than others. So it's going to be mindful to know that people are seeing things more deeply, but they're seeing things more deeply in the realm of their eyes, in the realm of their understanding. So everybody's going to be it's all going to be colored in just a little bit differently for every single person. And the full moon in Gemini says the answers you need are coming. And the full moon eclipse says conclusions are within reach. So the answers you need are coming as conclusions are within reach. This is a time of restarting and releasing a lot of emotional baggage and upsets and clearing away what is no longer needed. Because as you do this, this eclipse brings you closer to the change that you need within your life, and also brings you closer to your spirit guides, to your angels, to the messages of divinity. And as you embrace this understanding, both these eclipses on the 14th of December and of course here on the 30th of November, they bring you extraordinary spiritual and personal growth. A barrier, a wall is broken down. And this is why you're able to hear the answers and be guided by these answers so much more openly and honestly than you had previously been. Now, the Gemini energy in this Gemini full moon is the wisdom teacher and the divine messenger. So you start seeing all sides of the story because this brings fluidity of information and a renewal of understanding and of self and of the way that you desire moving forward. So here it's super strong. But the thing is, again, Capricorn, everybody has the ability to see all sides of the story, but it's going to be what they focus on that is going to be the most important thing, because everybody doesn't come from the same understanding or focus on the same things. So here, as you have this energy coming forward, understand and step back, ground yourself in your truth, which you are astoundingly good at doing, and look at what it is that you desire, how it is that you're moving forward, and then see what is the grounding factors in those around you. Because as you do so, it will help calm this restless energy that is around you and bring you into a state of more understanding. The subconscious and the spiritual world start really coming forward for you, and they bring messages to you on this earthly plane. So your subconscious is very connected with the spiritual world. You'll sit there and be like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I really feel like I have to act on it. This will start bringing you, again, closer to those answers that you are seeking and those answers that you want. Your ability to communicate and the level for which you communicate on during this time is going to be really a lot more intense than what you're usually used to. But again, realize that this is for everybody. Everybody's communicating on multifaceted different levels that are important to them. But the thing is that everybody isn't coming from the same place. And the thing here for you is that you're opening up your world. There's really a sense here and a shift to broadening your horizons, moving forward in a way that you need to for your heart, your soul, and yourself, that you need to in order to say, okay, this is where I want to be, and this is what I desire in my life. And I'm not staying small or staying quiet, and I'm moving forward in my truth. And that's going to be one of the biggest factors for you. You might find that you butt heads with people whose innate truth for them during this time is you have the ability to turn inward. So it's not that they turn inward and let other people make their decisions for them. It's almost like they're hiding away. That's going to be something here within your heart that you're really fighting against. You're like, that's not for me. I don't want it. And so when you see other people start making these decisions and moving forward that way, it's really going to go against your natural self. And as you embrace this time of the Gemini full moon, you start embracing the patterns of things, and you start seeing what had eluded you before, seeing the patterns, seeing the understandings that were held from you before. And you start taking on information really quickly, sorting it through, and you might get bored with things rather easily because they don't obtain to your truth. It's like, okay, I've sorted it and I know what I don't want. I know where I'm not headed. And during this time, you have the duality of personality that is very trademark of Gemini, because this moon really does imprint onto your soul. And as this energy comes around you and as you're embracing the duality of yourself, you are coming to terms with a lot that gets overlooked, the spiritual and the earthly self. You might sit there and say, oh, well, I don't have time for that. The practical, and then also the time for you. It's kind of like, oh, practically I have to do all of this, but inside I feel like I'm frayed at the edges. I'm just starting to fall apart, but I can't take any time for me because that's selfish, or because I'm just being ridiculous, or I'm being overly emotional. Remember, you have 2 eclipses during this time. Right? And this brings the emotions to the surface. This brings what needs to come out and be released from your body, kind of like bleeding out the poison to move you forward. And as this comes, you surrender to divinity. You surrender to your angels and your spirit guides guiding you forward, and you embracing your power, your understanding. This then brings you to the new moon in Sagittarius. And the new moon in Sagittarius says luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. Take aim. Take aim on what you want, because this moon coincides with the lunar eclipse, which pushes you out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. Take aim. Even though you don't have a really clear target, you know what it is that you desire. You know what it is that you want. You know the broad strokes of where it is that you want to be. Take aim within your truth. It brings you to new beginnings. It brings you to walking through that portal to where it is that you need to be, body, mind, and spirit. And you see here, a new start is coming. It's like there's a breath of fresh air that comes in, a new way of looking at things, a new way of being. It then brings you to the full moon in Cancer. Now, the full moon in Gemini brings forward this warrior energy, but also the sense of really protecting and connecting with what is absolutely intrinsically important to you. The full moon in Cancer connects you with the public arena, okay, and the public stage. So as you're embracing your personal issues reaching a resolution, it opens up that door for you. It makes you say, you know what, I can move forward this way. I can move forward in my love, in my truth, in my passion, in my understanding, and I will not be held back. And you see a fierceness to you that, these answers we're building. It's like a fierceness in your personality, a fierceness in what you desire, a fierceness in how you move forward. People aren't expecting it from you. Yeah, from you, Capricorn. At times they're expecting you to be a little bit more kind of lackadaisical or easygoing. And this is a time where you sit there and say, no, I need this in my life. This is what my heart is saying. This is what my soul is saying. Because this is a time, and we only have 1 day left in November during this moon, right? But for this whole time, you have been affected by the spirit animals of the snake spirit and the eel spirit. Now, the snake spirit here says, take time to heal. It's going to be so important to step back and to take time to heal. And as you take time to heal, it brings your ideas to life. It brings what you truly want, your ideas, your ideals to life, and really empowers them for you to move forward in. The snake spirit is also bringing us healing opportunities. It's changing. It's changing who we are. It's changing what we desire. It's changing the way that we move forward. Because remember, the snake sheds its skin. And when a snake sheds its skin, there's also going to be a time, and you may very well have seen it quite profoundly in November, I know I have, where there's a time where you feel overly frustrated, where you feel just a bit overwhelmed, and the energy of the world, of course, wasn't helping this. But there's a sense here where, again, you're releasing those burdens. You're releasing the poison from within. And it's like, I can't carry this anymore. And you shed that skin. You walk away. And because you have done that, and because you are embracing this healing energy, you shed that skin. But as you shed that skin, when snakes shed their skin, they don't see as clearly. So they go into a nice kind of quiet place and they try to work things out. And that's what you were doing. You were going into a nice quiet place, and that's why we have the hermit right here. and you are sorting things out. And we have tremendous knowledge, tremendous passion, tremendous power coming your way because of it. And we also have this huge connection to the answers coming forward, but also you slaying the demons within, you moving forward in the way that is right for you. And as you heal, okay, you embrace this transition within your life, okay, this way of stepping forward. And it increases your energy. It increases where you need to be and where you want to be. And the eel spirit brings more emotion and strength into your life. And it brings a foresight to the future. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting there and going, oh, Dane, the eel and the snake, like the snake of the sea and the snake of the land, like, ew, I don't like it. But it's funny because, yeah, we have an aversion to snakes. We just do. And that's one of the theories as to why human eyesight developed so well, is because we needed to be able to see, quite literally, the snakes in the grass. And here, it's like we're healing so that we can see the proverbial snakes in the grass, the people who don't have our best interests at heart, the baggage that we're carrying around that has held us back instead of moving us forward. And it brings us then to the owl spirit and the horse spirit of December, because most of the time is, of course, in December. So the owl spirit says here, you see clearly now. And the horse spirit says, freedom is yours. So you see clearly now. You have high intuition all around you, a high intuitive state. You see what others cannot. And this brings forward change. This really is announcing change in your life because you're seeing things in a new and profound way. You're seeing beyond the deceits and the masks of people. And this is transforming you. This is changing you. And this is really having you connected to the high priestess and the sacred feminine of the high priestess. This then leads you to the horse spirit, right? And the horse spirit is freedom is yours because you're driven by the force of this freedom, of this change, of needing to stand where you thrive, where you can embrace what you desire, what you need, and what you want within your life. This brings forward a place of balance, but this also brings forward a place of finding balance between the intuitive and the public side of you. Okay, the way you move forward spiritually and the way that you move forward publicly, because it feels here like there's a lot of juggling going on. It can even be between the public arena and your inner arena and your heart arena. These two worlds are very intertwined. This world can almost seem alien at times for you, Capricorn. And as you're moving forward, you have strong emotions that guide you with the horse spirit. It's like these strong emotions for change and for thriving and for running free and for being strong. But this also brings strong sexual energy, especially when it comes to the sacred masculine. So you have the sacred feminine here and you have the sacred masculine right here. And this energy can really bring a creative just force and seeing like a waterfall around you. Now, you might sit there and say, okay, I don't need enhanced, sexual energy. Thank you very much. Everything that's going on, it's not easy to meet people. It's not easy to, do anything, especially if you're single. But if you're not, take advantage of this energy. Kind of get to know your partner again, okay? Because this can be really fun. This could be really amazing energy to play with, okay? Amazing energy to move forward with. But this is also saying that this is creative energy within you. And if you're saying, Dayton, that's not for me, the sexual energy just isn't for me, I don't care. This is embracing then the creative side of it. And it's moving it forward in places of interest for you to create and cultivate your truth, your passion, your desire, and your way forward. This is adding a spark into your life. And this opens up the world to you. You're sitting here and your inner self is looking at the world. And it's saying, what is it that I want? Where are the answers that I want? What is it that I desire? Where is my truth, my passion, my understanding? Where do I stand? And what do I stand for? And you're going to see that a lot of the doors that you thought were closed, that you thought, oh, I couldn't possibly move forward this way, they start to open. And you're starting to see that a lot of what you thought in your head, oh, I couldn't, it's like what you thought was barred to you. But it's not even the doors you thought were barred to you. It's the things you didn't even know that subconsciously you closed off from yourself. You didn't even know, you said, oh no, that can't be me. And now you're starting to see that, oh yeah, I can. I can move forward. Because you're seeing your hard work, your dedication, your determination really shine a light on you. It's a blessing of prosperity. It's a blessing of abundance. It's a blessing of, this is where I stand. This is what I stand for. This is my truth, my passion, my power, my being. And as I open up this door to me, I open up this door to the beauty of me, to the power of me, to the hard work that I've put in. And instead of saying, oh, it's no big deal, you're seeing, oh yeah, it is a big deal. Oh yeah, it is a big deal. And this is what I love and what I need and what I want and what I desire to move forward with. And as you see this, others will try and take credit for what you are achieving and how you are moving forward. That's just a them thing, and you're going to sit there, and there's going to be this energy around you that's kind of like other people are going to want to claim credit for what you're doing. Other people are going to have very distinct ideas of how to do things and why you do things. And here, with the 10 of Wands, it's like you've had enough. You've had enough. Now you have to move forward in the passion of your truth, in the passion of your understanding. You cannot carry everything for everyone. You just can't. You just can't. Because it's bowed your back. And at times it's broken you. Capricorn, it really has. It's like, I cannot be this for everyone. I need to embrace my truth, my understanding, my passion, my way forward. And this is also taking your dreams. Because, come on, sometimes we have these beautiful dreams and we were born with them. They're such a powerful, potent part of ourselves. And we think, if I bring that into the light of day, if I bring that passion into my world, into this world, they'll sully it. They won't see its beauty. They'll mock it. They'll rip it apart. They'll take away. And here, it's putting down everything that you carry. Everything that you're carrying. You're carrying it for other people. You're taking up their load. It's like, no, you have to carry you have to make your way in this world. All right? And I can't take away your life lessons from you. I just can't. And then it is also saying, I'm not going to be weighed down by my dreams. I'm going to embrace them, to rise with them, to move forward. And there's a sense here. I mean, you're reaching a completion of a cycle when it comes to your passion, when it comes to the way that you are moving forward, to what you want, to what you need, to what you see as your greater truth here. And you start to turn inward. And I like that 10 counting down into the 9 and then bringing the blessing of the 1 forward. So that's really nice. But there's a sense here of like, you need just a quiet moment within yourself to say, this is where I need to be. This is what I desire. Because you have the repeat of the number 9. In your heart, you're very close to a completion of a cycle. You're very close to saying, this is where I stand. This is what I stand for. This is what I want. And it comes first by freeing yourself. And secondly, by seeing the gifts that divinity is handing you during this time that you're not really always going to think are gifts. You're just not. You're going to sit there and think, one more responsibility. Thank you. Like, I'm not drowning under the weight of this already to begin with. Not cool. And so here you're looking at things one way, but divinity is handing you a gift it doesn't look like a gift. So I don't know if you guys ever did grab bags when you were in school, but when I was in school, we would have grab bags, and there would always be this one like ugly, wrapped, like all in tin foil, and the kid would just cross their fingers and hope that they get their gift, the one that they put in. Because their mom or their dad always got like a really cool gift for the grab bag, but they wanted it. So they wrapped it in tin foil. And then you would be able to feel it. You'd be able to feel it, but it didn't look like anything. That's what this always makes me think of, It always makes me think of that grab bag where you're putting your hand in and you're taking out this ugly kind of like horribly tinfoil wrapped gift. And you look at it and you think, why? But it has the most spectacular gift within it. It has the most spectacular thing. And that's what divinity is saying here. You'll be able to feel it. All right? You'll be able to feel it even though it will look like nothing. And then this brings you to your sun, to your blessing, to your glory. And the sun at your heart, I mean, this is what you need, Capricorn. Seriously. You need the sun to shine on your soul. You need this blessing, this beauty, this truth to come forward. Because the sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. It just is. It's happiness, it's brilliance, it's falling into alignment with yourself, it's your heart shining. It's like, yes, this is where I want to be. Like, this is what I desire. And remember, what is the moon but the reflection of the sun's light? And so here, within your heart, it's like this lunar cycle is really, a lot of what you achieve from it is going to be based on the reflection of your heart's light, okay? A reflection of your soul. So there can need to be a lot of inner work for you to really get the answers and take aim the way that you want to really move forward with reaching that resolution that has been eluding you for too long. And as you let this healing love come in, as you let this power, this truth, and this passion come forward, it brings you to the Nine of Wands. It brings you to this place of listening to everybody else, or having everybody else's voice come at you and saying, no, I'm done. I'm done with this nonsense. I'm done with these doubts and these fears and this anger. And really, Capricorn, for a lot of you, you're done trying to be everything for everybody else. It's like, I can't do it. I've tried. I keep on failing, because you're not going to be able to be what everybody wants. You're going to fall short because you have to be you. And it can be hard and overwhelming. But here it's listening to everyone and saying, okay, I still need to move forward in my passion, in my understanding, and in my truth. I rise in my power. And this is filtering out everybody else's thoughts, ideas, kind of demands on your life, and saying, this is where I stand, and this is what I stand for. Because as you do this, and again, you're connected here with Nine of Wands to 9 in the Major Arcana, which is the Hermit card, to turning inward, to really looking at this moon and saying, this is what I need for my life. This is what I want. A sacred truth, a deeper understanding, a time for myself with myself, to see what has eluded me, to embrace what my heart truly needs, to move forward in the way that my soul desires. I cannot let this world, keep on putting more and more and more on my shoulders and taking away my voice, taking away my passion, taking away what I desire and what is really fundamentally important to me. I need to stand in my truth. And it's a quiet battle. It's a quiet journey forward, but it's a huge journey. It's that shedding of the skin. It's the walking into your truth. It's the taking aim on what you love and desire within your life. And as you do so, that's when the Knight of Swords come in. And the Knight of Swords is, of course, linking you with this full moon in Gemini, linked in your heart. So answers are coming, questions are being asked, your mind is going a mile a minute. There's duality to your personality, which I love. I mean, there's just this tremendous complexity to you. And with the Knight of Swords, you're cutting through the doubts and the fears that are around you. You're charging forward. Now, usually with the Knight of Swords, it's like, slow down a bit. Don't run off without thinking about things. But Capricorn, you're always thinking about things. You're always looking at things. You're always, kind of setting the firm foundation that you need. With the Virgo energy right here, there's no way that you're not thinking about it, rethinking about it, and then thinking about it again. Actually, the rule of threes for your prosperity as you move forward, because you do have the repeat of the number 3 here, is going to be very important for you. Divinity guides you when you look at things 3 times, when you step back from things for 3 days and see, okay, do I still feel the same way? Am I still wanting to move forward like this? And the Knight of Swords is, it always makes me think of Sleeping Beauty, Disney's Sleeping Beauty. But it doesn't make me think of Sleeping Beauty herself. It makes me think of Prince Charming. And Prince Charming rides in on his, on his horse. And he slays the dragon. He cuts through the bramble. He ascends the tower. And he wakes up the sleeping Beauty. And they live happily ever after? So here, there is a question mark to that, because you don't know. But here, there is that power of you charging forward. It's not waiting for somebody else to rescue you. You are the hero of your own tale. And I don't know if you were like me when I was younger. I just wanted somebody to come in and sweep me off my feet and make everything easy, and for it to be like, a romantic comedy, because who doesn't want that? It's so silly now, just even thinking about it. But it was so much of what I wanted when I was younger. And here, there is that sense of you come into your own life. You cut through the brambles, you cut through the thorns. And the thorns on the roses are poisonous, So here, you release that poison energy that can be around beauty. But it's what has held you back. And now you release that energy. You cut through those brambles. And you look at the dragons. You look at the dragons that have held you back. the part of you and the part of your soul and yourself that has hoarded your treasure, that has said, I can't bring this to the light of day. Because, I mean, come on, if you think about it, what the heck does dragons need with maidens and gold and, all the things that people desire? You don't want that to be held away in a cave. You want that to be able to express and live and enjoy life, to make life richer and more beautiful. So here, it is a sense of the dragons within our own minds are what we hoard away so that it never gets sullied by the light of day, but what also we let kind of wither in its beauty and in its grace and in its elegance for our own lives. And so you slay that dragon and say, no, I'm bringing my gifts to the surface. I'm embracing me. And as you do so, and as you embrace you, you awaken the maiden within the tower. You awaken sleeping beauty. You rescue that subconscious part of yourself that has been asleep for too long. The sacred masculine rescues the sacred feminine, and in turn, the sacred feminine rescues the sacred masculine. And you move forward, the hero of your tale. So much more invested in your truth than you were before. And it brings you to really embracing the chariot energy with the personal issue reaches resolution. So here, the chariot, it's like you move forward, you go after what it is that you want, you embrace your heart, you embrace your soul, you embrace yourself. It's like you're gaining wings and momentum, you're flying forward, and you're soaring above. You're soaring above doubts and fears and negativity and angers and upsets and disappointments. And as you do so, and as you see that what I love, I am heroically connecting with, I am embracing fully and openly and honestly with me, it then brings you to the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is connecting you with the world. It's like the world starts to open to you. You start to hold the world in your hand, and you start to see the future becoming a part of what you desire, of what you need, of what you want. And instead of it being this scary, overwhelming place, it's like, I can move forward here. I can walk forward in my truth. I can walk forward in my passion. I can walk forward in what I desire. It's not this big, scary world anymore. It's something that I own. Okay, it's not that you own the world, but it's like I own my confidence as I walk forward in this world, as I embrace my passion, my truth, and where I need to be. And it brings you to the Ace of Wands. It brings you to God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of passion, of creativity, okay, of fire, the reason why you get out of bed in the morning, but also what warms your soul and ignites your spirit. Fire warms us, okay? It's very important. It also cooks our food, which is also very important, okay? So here, you see that there is this light around you that makes life easier, and you embrace it. You embrace this fire, this passion, this truth that guides you forward. And as you do so, you see the world starting to open to you. Again, it's like the world opens to you here, and it's opening to you in a very real way, but you're starting to see like results. You're starting to see your ships come in. You're starting to see that there's beauty on the edge of the horizon, that there's passion and power and brilliance there that leads you forward to a place that you hadn't expected, to something you hadn't anticipated, to a power you didn't think could be yours. And so your ships come in and your ships go out, and you're like, oh, I can do this, can't I? And the answer is yes, you can. And for a lot of you Capricorns, it's like you're gobstopped. You're like, oh, wow, I can do this, can't I? And it's marvelous that the answer is yes. Yes, you can. And it's kind of like as you enter into a new year, you enter into it with, oh, yes, I can. So let's see what Luna has to say for herself, what the moon has to say. How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides. Oh, goodness. Okay. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Awesome. How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? How will Capricorn be affected by the November 30th, 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. We have growth, sovereignty, the Queen of the Moon coming forward, purity, fear. Communication is key, but this is, and yes, it is most definitely for this time. This is the new moon in Gemini, so you have a very strong pull to this Gemini energy. It's very powerful for you. Nothing is yet set in stone. That's going to be something you need to remind yourself, as we all do. I laugh because sometimes I think, oh my gosh, this is just truth. And it's like, wait, no, Dane, it's not. It's not. Step back. Step back and connect with your heart and your truth. Nothing is set in stone. Everything can be changed, you know? And it can be. Things can be changed. Emotions are running high. Look at the big picture. This is, again, connecting you here. Now you have with Sagittarius, you're very strongly connected with the new moon in Sagittarius. This is the full moon in Sagittarius. And adjustments are required. Okay, so you're embracing growth. As the world opens up to you, as your hard work starts to pay off, and as your hard work pays off, you embrace your growth, your passion, your power, your brilliance forward. You embrace this growth of you. And it brings you to sovereignty of self, but it also brings you to the connection with the sacredness of this moon, with the Queen of the Moon. As you look at the weight that you've been carrying, the hardships, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the upsets, the upheavals. And now you're taking the reins, quite literally. And as you take the reins and you say, this is my sacred time, this is my sovereign truth, a purity of intention, of soul, of passion, of desire comes and is given to you in the gift of the Four of Cups, in the gift of the cup that doesn't look like much, but holds so much power, so much brilliance for you. As you embrace the sun, okay, and as you kind of turn away from others' doubts and fears and negativity, you face your fear. You face the fear that has held you back, that has kept you silent, that has kept you, huddled up inside of you, thinking, I can't move forward in truth, in passion, in power, in brilliance. I can't. And this is saying, oh, yes, you can. Let the sun shine through. Let the light shine through. Let the brilliance shine through. And let you embrace just joy. Let you embrace more than you had realized you needed to. Because communication is key as you connect with your inner self, as you connect with what you desire and what you want and what you need and where you want to be, Capricorn. Communication is key. Yeah, you need to communicate with people, and this is going to be a time of rich communication. But this is also going to be a time of rich communication with yourself and the power that is around you. It brings you to the fact that as the Knight of Swords, as you're conquering, as you're slaying the dragons, as you're cutting through the brambles, as you're, running up the tower, nothing is set in stone. Don't think, oh, it always has to be this way or that way. Nothing is set in stone. There's power and there's brilliance and there's passion around you that you are embracing. And that is, quite frankly, embracing you. It then brings you to the fact that your emotions are running high as you embrace the energy of your heart. And as you move forward here with the world opening up to you and with you opening up to the world, it's like, oh, I can do this, can't I? I can move forward this way. And it becomes much more tangible than you had realized. You take aim. You take aim. Okay, I love it that you have the Ace of Wands right here. And I really see that as the arrow in the bow, or it can be the bow itself. You take aim as you look at the bigger picture, as you look at where you need to be, where you want to be, what you are passionate about, what is driving you forward. And then as you take aim, adjustments are required. As you look at your horizon, as you look at what it is that you really want, you're going to have to kind of adjust your stance, adjust, your hold, everything like that. And let your body be at one with what you are aiming for in your life. And purge away the negativity that is holding you back. And as you do so, you start to see that things start to align. Things start to move forward the way that you want them to. Now your subconscious, Luna message, or it's not necessarily Spirit is saying it's not the way that you want them to. It's the way divinity needs them to move forward for you. Your subconscious, Luna message is wisdom. You are moved towards wisdom and by wisdom with this moon. You're seeing things more openly, more passionately, more powerfully. And especially with the full moon in Gemini, this is the wisdom teacher. And this is a time where you start to embrace the knowledge that you have learned. And you start to see that it has become not just knowledge accumulated, but wisdom well fought for, and that has forged you. And then we have here, to go deeper into your subconscious Luna message, your dreams need a practical plan. And they do. As you move forward with this wisdom, as you take aim on what you want, and as you release the burdens that you've been carrying, the dreams that you have that have been weighing you down, they need a practical plan to be born into this world and to move forward with the power and the brilliance of you. It then brings you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Four of Wands. This is beauty that cannot be denied. Okay, it cannot be taken away. This is a celebration. This is happiness. This is joy. This is success. Subconsciously, this is what you're working towards. And you might say, Dane, who isn't working towards success? True, we all are. But sometimes we let pettiness and anger and frustration and, everything else, all negativity get in our way. The baggage of our past, the fear of the future comes forward. And we don't move towards the success that we were built for, that we truly want. And here, this is moving towards that success. This is embracing it. This is a new dawn and a new day that gets to be celebrated. It's sweet and it's rich, and it moves you forward in love, in beauty, and in power of self. All right, Capricorn, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we let go of the baggage that has held us back too long, the weight that has become unbearable, and move forward in the truth of our dreams, of what we desire, the spotlight of who we are and where we truly need to be, body, mind, spirit, and soul. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn, and may you have a blessed moon.